There have been complaints that there are way too many billboards in this area. Now, if you were driving by and were hungry and saw an ad for an Egg McMuffin, you'd be out of luck because there isn't a McDonald's for another 15 miles. Aside from getting a day off from school, 4th grade students also got a history lesson. One of the speakers today told the carriers that it's not about being a part of the Postal Service. It's about being a part of the community. Once the demolition wraps up in about a week, construction will begin on a brand new 3-story building. Hospital officials say that one of the features of the new building will be an emergency center 3 times the size of the old one. Students must be accepted into the medical college and the University of Scranton, and they will then graduate with 2 degrees. This isn't the first time damage has been done to this cemetery. Caretakers tell us that this garage was broken into and lawn equipment and a generator were stolen. Here you can buy the classics such as sparklers and smoke bombs, but the owner tells us one of the most popular ones are the fountains. The sights and sounds of progress in Wilkes-Barre. Crews are taking down a vacant medical building next to Wilkes-Barre General Hospital. Victor Vega is excited about the changes near his house.
Good things are about to happen. They're going to expand the hospital, better health care. So maybe some of the services that they have are going to come here to the General Hospital. So we're all excited about that.
The people who run Wilkes-Barre General Hospital say the new larger facility will be more modern and more convenient for their patients.
A lot of times, you know, the wait time and the services that they have in the emergency room is what might cause a lot of the complaints from the residents when they come into general. So the fact that they're expanding more beds means probably more doctors, more jobs in the area for nursing and doctors.
Once the demolition wraps up in about a week, construction will begin on a brand new 3-story building. Hospital officials say that one of the features of the new building will be an emergency center 3 times the size of the old one.
Well, I think it needs to be done there. You're right. You know, because I was in the emergency room there, and it doesn't seem like it's too up to date there. You know.
The new emergency room will eventually replace the one currently inside the main building at Wilkes-Barre General. The hospital promises that patients will have shorter waits and more privacy in the new ER.
If it improves, you know, it'll be good there, you know, for the people going in.
Construction on the new facility is expected to last 2 years. Shana Weinstock, Newswatch 16, Wilkes-Barre. School administrators from the University of Scranton and the Commonwealth Medical College say their new plans for physicians will be the key to the future. 2 schools, 1 medical program, 5 years. Dr. Robert DeAlessandri, president and dean of the medical college, says they are in the middle of tremendous changes in healthcare.
We've got to do something different, and what we're hoping is that the graduates of this program and other programs like it will actually be the leaders in resolving some of those issues as we go forward.
And with just the sign of a pen, significant changes will be in store for both of the schools. This MD MHA degree program is one of 3 of its kind in the nation. Students must be accepted into the medical college and the University of Scranton, and they will then graduate with 2 degrees. There are many aspects of the new program that administrators are excited for. Most deal with how to more effectively deliver care to patients and also tackling the management side of the business. Deborah Pellegrino, the Dean and Doctor of Education at the University of Scranton, says they want to bring people to the Lackawanna area and keep them here.
To actually have our students as undergraduates, then come and stay for another 4 years as graduate students, both in the Masters of Health Administration and the medical college, that is a win-win for Northeast Pennsylvania.
In August 2011, training for the future leaders of the healthcare program will include a Master's in Health Administration and a doctoral degree in medicine. Shana Weinstock, Newswatch 16, Lackawanna County. Gravestones and family mementos destroyed. These are some of the 34 tombstones that were taken down near Taylor after what family members call a night of cruelty and vandalism. Members of St. Nicholas Church in Scranton are angry.
This is like the final resting place of a lot of people, and you tend to think this is like the only place you could seem safe, but it's really not anymore.
Joe Casaba, who has almost all of his family buried here, is furious. He showed up at the cemetery at 5:45 a.m. as soon as he heard about the vandalism. He and the pastor have a few words for the people responsible for these terrible acts.
When the time comes, you wanted to dance, but you're going to have to pay the fiddler. and whether it's him that's looking at you or what, but you will pay the price for what had happened here today.
You're really brushing with God. I wouldn't take that too lightly.
This isn't the first time damage has been done to this cemetery. Caretakers tell us that this garage was broken into and lawn equipment and a generator were stolen.
The second time they got in, they busted the big door. They took smaller stuff like a saw and a chainsaw and stuff like that.
Anyone who has information on the cemetery vandalism is asked to call police at 342-9111. Shana Weinstock, Newswatch 16, Lackawanna County. And it's a history book all about some brave public servants in one county around here. Good evening, I'm Shana Weinstock. Many communities across northeastern and central PA are marking National Night Out, when residents gather to put on a united front against crime in their neighborhoods. You'll find fewer places to park in Scranton without having to dig out a couple of quarters. It will be at least 4.5 years in prison for a man sentenced for a robbery in Lackawanna County. Police say Jonathan DeFraya of Scranton, along with 2 juveniles, robbed the Joe's Quick Mart on East Drinker Street in Dunmore this past December. Well, it's been quite a hot week, and today was rather sticky. Let's see what Catherine has to tell us about the latest forecast in the backyard. Catherine? Police in Scranton want your help capturing 2 men accused of sexually assaulting young girls. A fire death in Pennsylvania's mid-state is back in the news. It has to do with a young man killed at these gas pumps. Why his mother is now filing suit. Coming up on Newswatch 16 at 7. And a visit to Eagles training camp as the NFL team warms up for the season down in Lehigh Valley. Football season is already around the corner.